This shit happened. What up? This your boy, Comedic Energy. This is Dirty Mouth Radio, produced by Livewire Sound and Entertainment.
Hey, it's Sade.
It's your boy, Kraynupe.
What's poppin', y'all? What's really good? What's really good on this dreary, rainy-ass day?
Ain't shit, man.
It's rainy, it's raining, it's pouring.
Well, I do got a little something.
But
all right, so I was at work the other day and I was talking with some this shit was good. This shit was fire. Like when I say this shit is fire, this shit melt your motherfucking popsicle.
Oh my god.
So I'm down there, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do. And Golden was talking to me and she was like, would you be okay if your daughter was out here, she started off stripping and shit, motherfucking got into doing videos and shit like that, rap videos and shit like that, and then she started making money off of getting with a rapper, and then divorcing him and shit. And now she gets rich, and now she's paying your bills and buying you shit and giving you money with that money that she made off of being a stripper. Just because she was a stripper. This is how everything happened.
So would you be mad is the question? How would you feel?
Not would you be mad. Would you accept money from your stripper daughter, your ex-stripper daughter, who is now an ex-wife of a famous rapper?
I mean,
that's the way she make her money. Yeah. It is what it is, but I would still be a little upset about, morals and stuff I instilled in her, the stripper part. I always joke and be like, "Mom, this job ain't paying the bills. I'm about to go strip." But yeah, I really couldn't do it. I'm too shy for all that. But it's her way of living, so if that's what she chose to do.
Comedic.
Hey.
This your daughter. This the little joint. You had to clean her little papa when she was like straight
cookie.
About the pussy.
Man,
this your little tink.
There's two ways.
This little
shit.
tink.
The younger me would have been like, man, fuck that shit. But the older me, you got to think about this shit. It's like she's gonna live her life regardless.
Oh my god,
she is gonna. All I can do is instill what I instill into her. She do that shit. I'm gonna be pissed, but it's her life, yo. It's her fucking life. And I didn't know that she was going to be with some ex-nigga who got motherfucking money and shit.
That's just like these church kids
but
out
would
here.
you accept money from your ex-stripper, ex-rap wife
he would.
daughter?
You goddamn right I would. Why wouldn't I? I would accept money.
You know what?
Mama.
And you just pimped your daughter out, nigga, to the world.
I didn't pimp her out.
Y'all just pimped y'all daughter out. Oh my gosh.
For it. If she give me some money for like Christmas or something, or buy me a dope ass Christmas gift or some shit,
Son, so you know what you just said, right?
What?
You know what that's the same as being?
What?
That's the same as motherfucker. That's the same as what the fuck is that?
They doing some construction.
Oh,
okay.
No.
That's the same as being a farmer in fucking feudal Asia and shit, when they used to have to fucking give their wives up to the damn shogun of the land and have their fucking daughters marry this motherfucker.
Now we back to the shogun shit again. Oh,
yeah, this is some real ass shit. Because it's not just Asia who did that shit neither. It was fucking Africa. It was fucking the French. It's the Spanish. Mad niggas did that shit. They pimped their fucking daughters out to get rich, nigga. That's what you doing.
How am I pimping my daughter?
Because all today modern rappers are feudal fucking lords. They're lords of that region who got mad money, who controlling shit in the streets. It's the same idea and concept, son. They just rich ass niggas who pimp motherfuckers' daughters and shit.
So you saying
take their fucking daughters, make them rich, and then send them up, and then they fucking daughters and shit, bringing the money back to their parents and shit and making them rich.
So you saying no? You're not accepting?
Hell no.
Okay, so
I'm not. I can't because.
So are you not accepting your child?
It's not that I'm not accepting my child. I'm not condoning the idea that this is right and this is okay.
So
I can make first off, I can make my own money. You know what I'm saying? And I love you as my daughter, but I don't accept the route that you're taking to attain what you're trying to get to.
She's not going to pay my bills, but a gift?
I'm not going to disown her, but I'm not going to accept anything that she's trying to give me based off of what she's doing. I'm not accepting that.
But
because I
okay,
didn't
so
raise
what if,
her to do that.
Okay, so my thing is, I'm about to raise my hand like I'm in damn class. So say she get with someone and they divorce and he's very well off, but he's not this ex rapper, and she still continues to buy you things. What's the difference?
But see, this is the difference here. I'm talking about based off of her becoming this is the only reason that she's got.
So she was a stripper
this
first.
is what I'm saying. The only reason she's got to where she is and has the success that she is because she used to be an ex stripper, and now she's applying those ex stripper skills to this life that she's living.
You don't know.
She's not.
No,
You don't know. I'm not agreeing with you.
that.
So that's not happening.
How can you say she's applying her
What
ex stripper
skills are we talking-
skills to the what ex stripper skills, dog? Like, come on. Now hold on. I'm gonna go even deeper than that. I'm gonna go deeper than that.
Ask me a question. Can I answer the question?
I gotta give you something else.
Cause I can't answer that question.
I gotta
because my face look like I'm ready for that shit.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it, nigga. I'm ready. I'm
So
gonna eat that
you already
question.
know we're gonna do
I'm
this
gonna eat
shit.
that question.
We're gonna handle this shit.
Let's go.
My thing is this. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than that. You're in the art, aren't you?
Right.
Okay. So dance, can you call dance art?
Yes.
Okay.
Dance
so,
is a form
so,
of art.
Okay.
Yes.
Belly dance is a form of art. Can you call stripping a form of art?
No.
Why?
Because it's not stripping.
Stripping is a form of dance.
Stripping is not a form of dance.
How is it not?
Because you can strip anywhere and not be dancing. Stripping is the idea of taking off your clothes for sexual purposes. Dancing is dance. Dancing is when you look at a dancer, you're not looking at her for her body. You're looking at her for her body movement. When you look at strippers, you're looking at their body.
But you're
And
looking
the
at
body
body movement.
painting.
No. You're looking at both.
And you're looking at both.
How can you say that? How can you say that?
How can you not say that?
Because the strip club is designed for people who are perverted. Well, I won't say perverted. For people who are interested only in sexual pleasures.
That's
and
not the
tendencies.
truth. That is not true, son.
So strip clubs are not designed for males who were originally designed for males.
Oh, okay. Originally?
For males
currently.
to go off and explore new sexual tendencies and preferences.
I think that strip clubs were actually designed for people.
Fantasies.
People. Because women weren't allowed in the strip clubs originally.
I said are. Strip clubs.
It was called the Gentleman's Club. The Gentleman's Club.
Yeah.
Not the Gentlewoman.
But times have changed, Joe.
But I'm talking about originally. You see? That's
okay.
That's
You
where
going?
my point.
Okay.
That's where
I
make my
see.
point
I see the original. I see the original.
Because let's do this. If my daughter was a dancer, and she performed, and her dance, she had to perform body poses or nude dances or whatever like that. That is an idea of that's something completely different.
I don't think so.
This is not. You're not selling your body. You're selling your abilities.
How are you not selling?
You're making money off your abilities, not your body.
Why? How the hell are you not, Just?
Because you're using your body as a form of art. In stripping, you're using your body as a form to make money. You're selling.
Craig,
you're selling your body.
That can be the same thing.
It's not, son. It's not.
How can stripping not be a form of art?
Because, dog, you can sit here and strip off all your fucking clothes right now and be called a fucking stripper. That's what stripping is. That's what the word means.
I can take my shirt and put it above my gut.
No, thank you.
I can take my shirt and put it above my gut and move my belly and belly dance.
You know what?
And that's art too.
And you know what? You will be fucking arrested for what?
That's not indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure.
That was not. No, it's not.
Stripping.
That can still be a form of art.
You were in the streets stripping your clothes off.
It's
Streaking.
still
Streaking.
That's still a form of art, though.
How is that a form of art?
How is
taking off your clothes in the middle of the street?
It is dance.
You're not dancing though.
They are dancing. How they not? They're not just standing on the damn stage.
They're dancing.
Saying, I'm taking everything off. Here I am, right here. No, there's music involved. They are dancing.
And they're moving.
But let's say, think
any
like
type
this.
of movement with or without music can be considered dance.
It
yes,
can
it
be.
can.
It can
There's
be
a
considered
floor.
dance.
You have the individual. You have the music.
But
they are dancing to the music and taking their clothes off.
But you're
that
taking
is a form of art.
No, it's not. Because you're taking dance out of the context of dance, and dancers do not respect that. Dance is something completely different from stripping, son. Stripping,
no, I don't believe that.
Stripping originated from fucking dance. Dance didn't originate from stripping.
So there are elements
it's
of
movement.
dance in stripping.
Dance is used in the act of stripping.
Okay.
Why? To entice the eye.
Okay.
That's why stripping.
Okay. So you just
But
admit it.
You can
and dance is a form of art, correct?
No. I mean, yes, dance is a form of art, but stripping is not.
There you go.
Stripping is not. That's
so
a whole
pretty
different
much what you're
concept.
saying is stripping has dance elements in it. It came from dance. Hold on. It came from dance. It came from dance.
They apply dance to stripping,
but it came from dance.
You don't have to apply.
So it did
dance.
not come from dance.
No, son. Stripping,
Now it
like,
did
listen,
come from
this is what I'm saying. Like, you're not listening to what I'm saying. When you strip, you don't have to fucking dance. You can stand there and take off all your clothes and be a stripper.
You name me a stripper that's gonna stand there and just take their clothes off and just walk the fuck away.
But that's not the point.
I'm
That's
just gonna
not-
stand there and look pretty.
But that's not the point though. It's the fact that you can do that and you could be called a model.
Okay.
So
That's- modeling is a form of
if
art.
you're stripping, so now you're saying stripping is modeling.
It can be. Why couldn't it be?
No.
Why couldn't it be?
Why?
Because
They be-
modeling is modeling.
What the fuck?
But they be
Are you
naked.
fucking serious?
They be naked, but that's just new. That's just a type of modeling. It's not
It's a
type
nude
of.
model.
There's no type of.
It's a nude
strip-
model. That's
there's
art.
No. It's a type of modeling. It's not stripping. You see what I'm
Y'all
saying?
should see this, man.
It's not stripping.
No, that shit is not fucking right.
It's not right. And now
man.
you trying to mock me, but this
I'm just
because
being
I know what I'm
real.
talking about. Stripping is a whole idea completely. Stripping is completely upon the idea of supporting sexual tendencies and shit. I'm not saying that sex is not fucking art. Because sex
about to say, sex is
can
art.
be implemented in any type of art form. But I'm saying stripping, that's a whole nother thing. And I'm not raising my daughter to be no stripper. I raise her to be an artist, but not no fucking
and I
stripper.
wouldn't either. But if she got into that rim and she's old enough to know the values and shit that I instilled into her, and she went and did it,
But
Right,
son,
there's nothing
it's
you
like
can
I
change
can't
and
stop
grow.
her. I can't
Well, why
stop her
not?
from doing that.
Why not?
son.
First of all, your child,
you raised them.
your child is always going to be a child. In your eyes, they're never going to grow up.
Exactly.
They might be an adult in society's standard, but in your standard, you're not going to
But
just
you
let them go.
cannot.
You're right.
You can't force
I'm
them to do
not
so.
gonna love her any less.
So as an adult and as their parent, you have to always be able to show them like what's the difference between right and wrong because they don't have all.
But
the
I've
answers.
already showed them that as they
your
grew
job
up.
as a parent, your job is
It's never
done.
over.
You can't
You're
always
right.
say.
But as an
you can't
adult,
say
they're
that.
gonna do
Let
what
me
they want.
me throw this at you. Okay.
What's up?
This is called Dirty Mouth Radio, right?
Let's go.
Okay. You know, we talk about a lot of shit on here, right? We do a lot of fucking cussing on here.
Like a motherfucker.
Okay.
We're gonna
Have you told your peoples about this joint? About you being a part of this? Have they ever heard you in this light and shit?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I keep that
because
life
they
separate.
raised you a certain way, right?
I keep different lives separate from different things. There's different. I have this type of life, and then I have this type of life, and I don't.
I'm just
merge the two.
asking.
I try not to merge the two
Because you could kinda say
everybody
that-
doesn't understand.
It kind of is the same thing. Like
No,
you were
it's
trying.
That was kind of my point.
It's not the same. How
Because you
is it
just
the
said you
same?
try to keep it different, and they don't know about this. My mom knows. She trying to listen.
But we got multiple
So
lives.
my mom
Everybody,
has.
we got multiple lives. Why does everybody have to know what you do?
Because it's my parents, and
I mean,
you know.
that's your choice though, right? I got
and
my
that's your
choice.
child choice to strip.
Yeah. I mean,
But
what's the difference?
But this is the difference though. I'm not supporting that. You know what I'm saying? As her parent, I don't care. I don't care how she loves it. I don't care. I'm not supporting that because I have my belief. Now, if she doesn't like that, then that's her opinion, her preference. I'm still love my daughter, but I'm not accepting money because that is telling her that I approve of her
What she's
methods
doing.
and what she's doing when I don't. And as a parent, you have to stand upon your word because if you don't, then you seem weak and your child will run over you every single time.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see what you're saying.
So like I was saying before, in this meeting that I had at work, there were older people talking to me about this shit. And you know what?
And what they say?
Guess.
I don't know.
Guess what they would say. I want your honest opinion about these are people like over 50,
What would they say?
45 years old, 50 years old,
I don't-
60.
I mean, I feel like They probably said I raised my child, whatever they choose to do.
But in the thought of them actually taking their money from their child who's gained success off of this.
They would.
Some
I think they
probably would.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say the majority.
The majority?
Yeah,
And you would be right.
Yep.
exactly.
Because when I was talking to them, they was talking to me like how y'all talking to me like you crazy. But there was one element that was different in that conversation.
But
And y'all gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck? All right. So, is stripping considered prostitution? Is stripping considered prostitution?
If they have sex.
Why only if they have sex? Sex, but I'm just gonna let you go ahead. What?
No, I mean, yeah.
I think it's not.
I would say
You don't
no if
think
they're
it's-
not
I don't
having
think it
sex.
is, no.
If they're taking off their clothes, that's just.
You know why I say they
I
don't?
say no.
Okay. What?
I say they don't because there is no price that's put on it. They didn't say this is how much I charge to do these and these services to you. Okay? That is selling your whatever you got. Whether it's your mouth, whether it's your pussy, whatever, it's anything.
Your cookie.
Okay? Yeah. Now that's my stance on it.
All right.
Prostitution
You're
is
being a
the
model.
services, the
Y'all
payment.
done with your
Yeah.
answers?
Hey,
Go ahead.
that's just me.
Me, I personally feel like stripping is definitely prostitution.
And why?
All right. So in so when you're prostituting, you're selling sex, right? You're selling what you can do for the guy. You're selling what you can do for a person, and generally, you're selling what you can do on the streets, right? Right.
What do you mean selling what
You're
you can
selling your abilities in you're selling your abilities for what you can do for that person who pulls up
do?
to your window.
Sexually.
Not always sexual.
See, now
That's
you're
the thing
getting
about
a little broad with the prostitution.
No.
now.
I'm not because listen to this. There's a documentary that talks about prostitutes, young prostitutes who are like 16
Okay.
below and older, and how they start and how they get pimped from 12 years old on up. These women don't always perform sexual deeds for these men that pull up on them.
Okay.
Sometimes, this one girl, she was like, I'm 21. I've been doing this since I was 16. This is one guy. I got a client. He comes to me every night. He's with his wife. All we do every night is talk for 2 hours. And he pays me so-and-so and so-and-so for this amount of time just to talk about him and his problems. I give him sometimes he gives me back rubs. Sometimes he does this. Sometimes he does that while he just talks to me.
And this was in the documentary?
This is in the documentary. And there's also...
Is that considered prostitution?
She's a prostitute.
But is
does
that
it- but
considered
she
prostitution,
does
though,
this
is
for
my
money.
question.
But is
She
it?
might be a therapist.
Why isn't that prostitution?
That's where I was going to go.
But
Therapy
she's a-
is the same way.
You're right. But she's originally selling her body. She's selling her abilities for prostitution.
I don't.
No,
see,
I
that's
don't
where
agree with
that's
that.
where
She's
that
selling.
line is drawn.
She's selling
That's where
her
that
body
line
for
is drawn,
gain.
Craig.
But she.
I can't.
But
I
listen,
can't agree with that
Why not?
because you just told me that she's talking to them. Okay,
Some people-
a back rub is a back rub. I don't give a fuck about a back rub.
Some people.
I can't
but-
call that prostitution.
But listen though, some people consider massaging sex.
I can't agree with that either. I mean, it
doesn't matter.
Some people may
this is my
think
thing,
that.
but this
I mean,
is my
but
thing to people.
it's
though.
just not what I believe.
It doesn't matter whether you agree or not because the people that are doing it consider it already. So your opinion really doesn't matter.
But can you say that all of them agree with that?
I won't say all of them, but I can say a lot of
if
people.
if a lot of people do and not all of them, then you can't say it's all of them. You can't say that.
I never said
you
it's
can't
all
say
of
that's
them.
law. You
I
can't
never,
say
I never
that's law.
said. I never said it's
Yeah,
all of.
I
them.
don't think
and
it's
what is? And first of all, what is
I don't
law?
know.
What is law when it comes to sex? There is no law. Sex is sex. Like this is what people don't understand. Sex is not just intercourse, yo. Sex is
You right.
ranges over a variety of things. You
Yeah,
don't just have to have
that's true.
intercourse to have sex.
That's true.
Dancing on stage and performing your body for someone's sexual pleasure is considered sex.
Okay.
So, if dancing on stage and selling your body for someone for sexual deeds for money, and you got a person on the street selling their body on the streets for sexual things for money, why aren't the two the same?
So if somebody's on a damn corner with a damn saxophone playing some sexy ass music and he's getting money, is that prostitution?
I don't know.
Because he's getting money for his service.
Because
he's doing some sexual ass music that got you thinking of certain shit.
It depends on the person who's paying the money and how they feel when they hear that music.
So then you can't call it all being sex. I mean, if people gonna pay you, they paying you for different reasons, right?
But this is the thing though. This is the thing though. In media and society, what do we say? Sex sells. So as long as you making sexual music, as long as you performing sexual content in your acting or your performance or your dancing or your motherfucking modeling, it's all under the umbrella of sex.
You know
right?
me, I don't even agree with that shit
That's
anymore.
not true.
I don't even think sex sells anymore.
So it's not prostitution. No, it's not even about selling sex. Let's not even get into that shit. I'm talking about prostitution and stripping the same fucking thing.
No.
Nah.
It's not.
I still don't
You
think
selling your
No.
body though. Look up prostitution and what's the definition for that? Cause they was fighting me tooth and nail. They was like, no, Cray, you're not right. You're wrong. How is fucking sex? How is fucking? So if you gonna say that means that acting is prostitution. I'm like, it is.
Oh my God.
So when you have sex in a movie and you showing your body, you not just selling the movie no more. You're selling your body in the movie.
So we're
for sex, because that scene doesn't have to be there. So is that not prostitution? When anytime you sell your body for what?
Money. For sex. The practice or occupation of engaging in sexual activity with someone for payment.
Sexual activities, bro. Not sex. Sexual activities. Not intercourse. Sexual activities. That breaks the motherfucking mold.
The oldest profession, hooking, hustling. Dated. Portal.
So I want you to answer that question again, and I don't want you to bullshit me neither, because now your ass is all fucked up. I can see it on your face. You like, damn, I don't know. This nigga kind of make a point, but I don't want to agree with this bam ass.
No. I see your point, and you know I'm a man about mine. I see your point. I see what you're saying.
Trying to play me.
I got my views. My views are different than world views.
All right, so
it's
Sade,
like,
how do you feel about the whole thing? Because I want to hear what you got to say.
I said what I said.
Hey.
I'm gonna love my child regardless.
exactly.
And, you know, it is what it is.
Think about Lawrence Fishburne. His daughter's a porn star.
Yep.
Still love her.
He love her.
I mean, it's not about loving your daughter. I mean, you gonna love them. That ain't the question here. The question is, do you support it?
Of course, I don't support it.
Nah.
Hell no, I don't support it.
Nah.
So then y'all just rewrote y'all whole answer to my first
No,
question.
we just said it's like
like
she's not gonna be paying my damn bills now, Justin.
Yeah, exactly, son.
I'm not gonna be, hey, babe, I need some money. No,
But you said
I'm
you would
not
accept the bread, though.
I said if it was like a gift, it's Christmas or.
That's
That is what we said. Ain't that what we said?
That's what I said from the
Don't
jump.
try to piggyback over her fucking ass.
That's what I said from the jump.
what he
If
said.
we rewind this damn episode back, that's what the fuck I said. I said
bullshit.
Christmas gifts.
No, that's what he said.
That's
She ain't
bullshit.
paying no bills.
I said if she giving you money, it don't matter what the fuck the occasion is,
Yeah.
motherfucker. It's about whether
I'm
or
not
she
about to
giving
get
you.
no damn allowance. What the fuck?
Yeah, what-
So if she giving you if she
fuck
giving
I
you
look
20
like?
grand every 2 weeks and shit.
No, because that's allowance. Fuck that shit.
You
No,
know,
I
you
don't
about to
need
take
that
it?
shit.
I'm not accepting
But
that.
I
niggas
wouldn't
is
need that
changing
shit
their answer and
anyway.
shit.
I wouldn't
No,
need
you
it
gotta
anyway.
rewind. We said gifts.
Gifts.
Oh my
nigga.
god, a gift can be anything.
No.
It's a gift.
Okay, so it's your birthday, $20,000. You gonna take it?
It's my birthday.
Christmas, you gonna take it?
It's my birthday. It's Christmas.
Hanukkah, you gonna take
I don't
it?
celebrate
I don't
Hanukkah.
celebrate
Thanksgiving, you gonna take it?
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
But you gonna take it?
I celebrate Family Day.
Family time.
But you gonna take it?
No,
Why not?
because it's Family Day.
But it's a gift.
I don't need
she
no monetary
contributed to
value on my
Thanksgiving
Family
dinner.
Day.
Okay, so you won't support. So you'll support the fact that they doing what the fuck they doing, but just because you don't support a holiday and they do, you don't still fucking deal with them on that holiday and still fucking use it.
You don't need no monetary value to have some family
Now,
time.
if she want to contribute to family dinner, then okay,
I'm
wonderful.
not talking about monetary gain here. I'm talking about the idea of fellowshipping in a holiday that you don't believe in, but she does.
Oh, Oh,
I ain't got nothing to do with what she want to
make
do,
something
man.
out of nothing. We already said gifts. Now get over it.
Whatever. But y'all hear this right, people? They changing their answers out there, motherfucker.
Now they gonna hear at the beginning of this episode where we said we would accept a gift.
As a matter
This
of
nigga
fact,
did a whole lot of prep for this episode.
as a matter of fact, I want everybody who listening to this shit, I want to hear y'all comments and what y'all got to say
I
about
do
this
too.
idea and this topic.
I really
so please,
do. This is interesting.
It is very interesting.
So please reply and leave a like mark on our YouTube and our Google accounts and stuff when y'all listen
Hell,
to
we
this
on
stuff.
YouTube, okay? Follow it, subscribe to it, put some comments on that shit. Let us know how
and hit
you
us with
feel
some
about
likes.
that shit.
Hit us with some motherfucking likes.
Give him that question one more time, Cray.
Which one?
The original.
Yeah.
that you
Okay.
asked us.
Oh, shit. Do you support your daughter for becoming a success after performing sexual pleasures at the strip club? Sexual pleasures on the corners. Selling her pussy for money.
There you go.
No, yeah, something like that shit. So
Rewind the shit back and you'll hear the
rewind the
question.
shit, goddamn it. I heard it. I forgot what it said, but the shit was dope.
Oh shit! Other than that, what the hell has been going on, man? I've been looking at the news lately, and I seen some more of your favorite president shit.
Yeah.
Heard they investigating his damn inauguration and all that shit.
Finally?
Now, trying to figure out where that money
all
went.
this
And
time.
this nigga raised all this damn money more than any other president, but don't nobody know where the shit went. I know where that shit went.
I know where it
Motherfucking
went.
the nigga over there Putin and shit, that man Vladimir. You know that man.
you
Come
think-
on, man. Come on, fuck, man. You know nigga
You
was
think
in the
him
back
and Putin
pocket.
in cahoots and shit?
God damn right, man.
It's crazy how motherfuckers in the government know shit, but they can't do shit
can't say
due
no.
to specific laws that placed against their asses from doing
It's
certain
some
shit.
wild ass shit, man.
That's crazy.
Crazy as fuck.
But
yo.
they, I mean, like, this the most investigated fucking president we done ever had, and this ain't shit happened to this motherfucker yet.
I
you
told
know?
you, man. I don't think shit is gonna happen to him. I don't think he's gonna do a second term. He
No,
might,
it's
like I
over.
said before, he might finagle his ass into getting it.
No.
But it's gonna be a fight regardless. That's just what I think, man.
Okay, so the question that Red posed to us earlier, and Sade, you wasn't here. She said, "Do you think he's gonna be the president, or he's gonna do another term?"
No. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Why not?
I mean, because everybody's on to him now and all his little tactics and all his ways. I don't think
Sad part about it, people was on his ass a long time ago.
they really was. They just didn't want a female president. That's
Oh,
honestly.
you think that's an
I
interesting
really
topic
think
as well.
that's the only reason why.
You don't think that it was just because it was Hillary that? If it was Michelle Obama, do you think that'd be like that?
Maybe not Michelle. It could have been Hillary, but I mean, it damn sure shouldn't have been Trump.
I give mad props to
I don't give a damn.
Michelle.
You think she? Hey, bro, I feel
She's so
like one
dope.
day she is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
She is
But
so
do you
dope.
think that one day she could be the president if she tried?
This is why I think she's dope. When Barack was in office, they asked her that. She said, "Hell no."
But
She said that on
She's
it.
capable.
Hell
but,
no.
son, you know and I know that women always say that shit.
Yeah. Hey.
Opportunity
I think she
presents
real, man.
itself
But
at
let
the right
Obama put
time.
that motherfucking smooth shit on.
Did y'all see how Obama look now? He just looks so much more youthful since he's been out of office. He looks so good.
They all do. They look
He
youthful when they before and after that shit. 'Cause that
He
shit
just look
must be
real
stressful
good.
as fuck.
That shit is
That's just
stressful.
like pastors. They
Yeah.
start looking old after a while.
Bullshit.
All that
I
gray
mean, I
hair.
can't understand that shit though. Like
All
being a
that-
pastor is pretty fucking difficult, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a difficult ass job. Like being a musician and seeing pastors. And yes, people, I have played for pastors. God damn it. Everybody in church is a goddamn sinner. That's why we there.
We all need help.
So
In Jesus'
ain't
name
nobody.
we pray.
So if y'all
Amen.
got something to say about Kraynupe being a motherfucking bass player at a church, then so be it. Cause y'all crackheads.
He ain't done
and we
with
know
He a
it.
work in progress, y'all. He a work in progress.
I'm
Okay?
playing my feelings out because God know my heart.
Yeah.
Work in progress,
There you
Lord.
go. There
But
you go.
being saying a pastor dog, it's like being the president of your own
It really
fucking
is.
city. Like you know, the people they asking you questions, you got a board, you got all kinds of issues, and then you have to talk with people one-on-one. I think it's sometimes
you're a leader. You lead it.
Right.
Hey, I tell you like this.
In the community, yeah.
When I was living back in D.C., I went to this church. I'm not going to put the name out. I was good friends with the pastor. Me and him, real tight. He kind of got me my internship while I was up there, yada, yada, yada. He went through a lot of shit. And it was one of those older churches, but he was a newer pastor. The congregation was with the old values, but he was trying to get the new shit popping. You know, play on words, whatever. But, you know, back in those times, they didn't want females in the pulpits. My sisters were getting ready to get baptized. My grandmother is a reverend. She came to that church. They weren't trying to let her on the pulpit.
Oh, wow.
The pastor was trying to get her to go on that pulpit with him. It was his deacons and deaconesses or wherever that sit in the pulpit that kept fighting that. So she was like, you know what, I'll just sit in the pews. So I can see how hard it is for a pastor, even though the pastor is the leader of the church. There's a whole lot of other shit that they have to.
Right, because
he just can't do it. It's kind of like being a president. You know,
really
everybody knows the president is the face.
You got to put the laws out there.
Yeah,
You got to
but
get
you know,
them proposed
there's
by the
other people. Yeah, there's other people that can keep the president from doing what he wants to do.
Right.
Just like the pastor.
Yeah,
And that shit is hard. And then he dealt with a lot of shit because he had a separation of the old and the young. There was so many issues that they had to bring up. And I didn't even, it was news to me. I didn't know that there's so many issues that churches face on a day-to-day basis that they have to bring out to the rest of the congregation on different issues. And I went to one, and it kind of was the last straw for me at that church when, I mean, the congregation was just yelling back and forth over this one issue where it dealt with money and all this stuff. I was like, well, where the hell is the damn holiness in all this? Like, it's becoming real evil out this joint. And it dealt with, I guess he needed more money to do more projects, and it needed to be on a vote with the whole congregation, and then they didn't like the project. But the project was helpful for the church, and he was trying to make it better, and they just wanted to stick with their old ass ways. The shit was just bad. And that really,
it's just like the judicial system. Like, I mean, all that shit is like almost. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the whole judicial system and all of that shit is actually. It's kind of predicated off of like how churches are ran. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, the churches back in history and stuff, they were going on their little missionary trips. What trips they said were fucking missionary, and they were, you know, torturing people for information and raising taxes and shit like that. And, you know, when they were established in this country, a lot of the stuff that was based inside of the government and the laws and stuff are based off of those Catholic rules and shit. Some of those rules from those the medieval times, I guess you would call them.
Yeah, you couldn't say that.
But I mean, we all know that Christianity is has a very dark past.
Yeah,
the church. Well, the church has a very dark past.
So that brings me to this question, and keep in mind when I talked about church, that was years ago. I'm now spiritual, but that's my question to you guys. Are you guys more so religious, or are you more so spiritual? Or are you a little bit of both?
I'm both.
You both?
Yeah.
How?
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Because I follow religion, but at the same time, I feel like God is the way. Like, he is the head of everything. I feel like, you know, that's what gets me through my faith in God. But as far as spiritual, that's just your way of thinking. Like, when people say they're spiritual, that's just how you think about certain things. You're not following a certain person, but you feel like you're connected through, you know, peace or whatever. So,
how about you, Cray?
Me, I feel like spirit. I'm not gonna say that I'm religious at all. I'm not. For the longest time, I was considering myself a Christian because that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? When you growing up and you raised in a house where everybody is Christian, is Christian that. I mean, you're an American black family. I mean, it's tradition to just be a Christian because that's what you can associate with. Yeah. You know, but as you get older, you start seeing there's other religions out here that are definitely kind of synonymous to the Jesus Christ story. And a lot of things that happened in the past are kind of documented in all of these different nations and religions, somewhat the same and stuff. There's always some type of Messiah. You know what I'm saying? There's always some type of God that you believe in, whether you believe in multiple gods or you just believe in one God. In every religion, there's always like these multiple superpowers and then one who rules over them. And then, you know what I'm saying, why they, like, even in Greek mythology, they had Zeus. Yeah. And, you know, he had all of his arsenal of demigods, and then there were demigods, and then you had, you know, Hades and all that shit, Satan. Yeah. You know, so I can't say that I'm religion and that I'm religious and I only believe in one religion, because that's like, I feel like that's kind of blasphemous. Because if God is all and all is him and he's so many different things and names, how can we all consider him just to be God? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't he Allah? You know what I'm saying? Why, you know, and, you know, some people believe in Buddha. So, I mean, religion, it just takes on its own form. But spirituality, I think I don't think spirituality is just what you believe, but I think it's a consciousness. I think it more so it deals with the universe and how everything kind of simultaneously works, and how order is restored when you do certain things, like, you know, the points in your back that align with the
Jacob's ladder.
Right. And some of those ideas from your chakras and, you know, all that Egyptian and Asian and all that belief, that stuff doesn't just come out of nowhere, you know. So it's crazy how you can use this type of rock and your body reacts to it this way, and then you use this type of metal or this type of rock and your body reacts this ways. Even like, okay, for example, you have healing rocks. Some Chinese people use it for not Chinese, but Asians, they use it for massaging and other methods like that. And then you have war material. So it was said that in medieval times that the warriors would wear metal because it enhances their fight performance. So it increases their bodies and it increases some type of enzyme in the body, or something happens to the body where they become their war intensity increases and stuff. So they used to wear metal and that type of stuff to increase you know, their fighting performance, and they implement it to their swords. You know, Asia talks about it a lot in their swords and stuff like that with samurais and stuff. So it's just crazy how your body reacts to earth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is the spiritual connection between you and earth. It's crazy how you can take a piece of earth and it still can affect you. It doesn't die. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So I feel like spirituality is like a consciousness. Like, it doesn't die. It just transcends and goes on to the next. Like, it's your DNA, I feel like. So, I mean, that's my take.
Yeah, my take is the same way. I mean, I grew up in the church. I was, quote unquote, you know, Christian. I followed those views. I mean, it was pressed upon me, just like anybody else growing up. Like Cray said, in a black household, that's what the identity was, you know, black Christian. You had them on the wall in everybody's house.
Right.
You know how that went. But, I mean, just growing up and especially matriculating through college, because that's when you really finding yourself.
Yeah. And you find out a lot of different shit.
Yeah. And that's when, researching. Yeah. That's when it was really revealed to me about the dark side of religion and how it's created and who created it, because it was created.
So did that make you do more research to figure out for yourself
what I needed, what my path was? Yeah. And I can say I'm conscious. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I guess you could say woke. in some aspects. I don't like using that word too
So
much.
I feel
It's
like
a little
when people
trendy,
say
but
a lot of spiritual. When you say, you know, I'm spiritual, you can't be, you know, inclined to don't keep me honest. Don't say, oh yeah, you in trouble. Oh, but God said this. You just gonna walk on your own. I feel like when people say I'm spiritual,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, don't put
They
me
be
on
trying
that.
to be on that. They be, okay, so you saying like when people say, okay, so people use spirituality as an scapegoat from being
Yeah.
Like,
wrong, and
I see
like
what you're saying.
I ain't connected to nobody.
right. So yeah, a lot of people. Listen,
Yeah,
you
that's an
motherfuckers who
issue.
do that shit.
That's an issue.
Always trying
That
to
is-
fucking use spirituality as an
Yeah.
escape goat for doing some fucked up ass shit.
That's how I
You're a
feel.
fucked up motherfucker, and I'm
Yeah.
saying that shit loud and clear. And I hope y'all niggas
That's
hear
some
the
cold
curse
shit to
words
do,
because
yeah.
that's fucked up. Because
I
you
feel
know,
like a lot of people, more people are, oh, I'm spiritual. I'm not.
yeah, because I mean,
don't
like
believe in
this,
nothing.
like when I say this, and I will say this, I'm not gonna say that I'm religious, but I respect religion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I respect Jesus Christ. I do. I respect him to the utmost. I believe in Jesus Christ. I love Jesus Christ for what he did. And if you don't believe that what he did matters, it does matter, because anybody who's willing to die for you and you not even
And you're
existing
saying?
and shit deserves respect.
Right.
Especially what he went through and all the fucking hardships that he had to face. That man has my complete and total respect. Whether you believe that he's God, whether you believe he's the Holy Spirit or not, him as a man, I respect him.
It's funny because when you talk to some, I guess you could say, real conscious people, a lot of them do believe that there's somebody greater than them.
But it has to be
when
greater.
yeah, exactly. But when you talk to some other people that may be like fronting a little
Them
bit,
damn scapegoats.
they want to be like, well, I don't follow nobody.
But there is no way you can think that you just got
Slap
this
here on
way
earth
on
and-
your
yeah.
own, and
Yeah,
you don't.
a lot of them
so-
say
No.
Ra is God. That's what a lot of people like to say.
Yeah.
God is the sun.
Ra,
you know?
Ra comes from what, the Egyptian mythology
Yeah,
or
Amen-Ra. Amen-Ra.
Greek mythology? Because I believe that Greek mythology has something to do with Ra too.
Yeah, Greek mythology came from, well, if anybody out here listening, you can read the book Stolen Legacy. A lot of people say Greek mythology came from Africa. It was stolen from Africa.
Exactly.
And you know, just like with, I mean, we can go into a whole debate about it when it comes to religion. It all came from one thing and then, you know, got twisted into something else. That's what a lot of people say. And Greek mythology was the same way. They came into Africa, raped those tombs, got all that information, took it over back to Greece, and created
And then they
what they
own-
wanted
they
to create.
own-
Think about the Zeus. Think about all that.
Their own interpretation.
Then think about
I mean, that's the
Amen-Ra.
same thing with Christianity
Yeah.
too, though.
Yeah, it all. They
People-
did the whole the same thing over and over, man.
Everybody wants to believe that the superheroes of the past were actually from their people or their tribes or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is crazy as fuck. So I was talking to my boy one day, and he pushed the issue on me, and he addressed me, and he made me think about some shit. So you think about the story Adam and Eve and shit, right? And they say that Adam and Eve were the first people and shit, right? Okay, this is in the Bible, Genesis. So Genesis talks about how Adam and Eve were the first people to be on earth. First it was Adam, then it was Eve. And out of that, they were supposed to take care of that garden, and then they fucked up, and then God kicked them out of the garden. It's like, yo, y'all fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So later on, they had a son, and then they had another son, and the son killed son, and then, you know, then the lineage begins. But my question is this: how the fuck do all these people come out of two dudes, and one of them dead?
Cain and Abel. Yeah.
Two dudes, and one
I
of
said
them
the same
dead.
thing. I said the same
One
thing.
of them
man.
dead, but we got all these people later on, father this and this and this. But you know, we go into it again. There's books missing from the Bible, you know, and the hierarchy of angels and all that stuff is missing. But I mean, that's not my point. He was asking me this question. He said, he was like, "Do you really believe that Adam and Eve were just one person, or were they tribes?"
Oh.
He said where Adam was, he was like, my man was talking to me one day. He pushed this. He got enlightened by some other dude. You know, I don't know if this is true, but it's interesting to think about. He said, what if Adam was a tribe of men called Adam and it had another name, connected to it. And Eve was a tribe of women that lived in this place. And when, whatever happened, and they had to disperse. I mean, it's happened time and time again. Let's think about this now.
Yeah.
The Tower of Babel. When these motherfuckers was building a tower, it said they was building a tower to get to God. God broke the tower, diffused them, and changed up their languages. And now we have all these different type of speaking languages. Shit. Then it talks, even before that, we got Egypt and how Moses had to take his people out of Egypt. And then we had a story where, I forget what this story is, where someone was taken out of a city and then the city was turned to stone. What story was that?
Oh, yeah.
What story was that? And his wife looked back once and she turned into stone instantaneously. What story is that? I forget what the story. It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
But it's happened time and time again. So, could that be possible? So it wasn't just a man and a woman who began the earth. It was men and women who started the earth. That's a deep ass question, right?
It is deep. I ain't never thought about it that way. Now the way I've heard, and it's a way to think about it. Somebody told me that looking at a lot of different documentaries, they talk about slavery and they talk about religion, and they talk about how when they came to Africa, when whites came to Africa, they brought the Bible. And when they first came to Africa, they came to the king and queen on their knees with the Bible. Somehow that got twisted, and the king and queen ended up on their knees, and they had the Bible in their hand.
Oh yeah, I've heard that story.
I've heard that Adam and Eve can actually be the first slaves on the slave ship. The first one was named Adam.
I did hear some
and
shit
the first
like
one
that.
was named Eve. Yeah. So it's just something to think about too.
Make you think about a lot.
They try to say that religion was the tool to oppress us. It was the weapon used.
And you know what? I mean, let's be honest here. Like, religion is a tool of suppression. I mean, look how they use it.
Exactly.
If you believe that God will strike you down or God will lose his love for you because you won't do this thing, you know what I'm saying? And you respect God, you love God to the highest standard, you're going to do it. That you're going to do the thing that the man of God or whoever the person is distributing the information.
You always, regardless of your sins. Nobody's perfect but him.
Yeah, but but that's what I'm saying. Like, look how they use this shit. Like, if you don't have if you don't have the knowledge, like as a pastor or one of these little sexual molester pastors, if you don't do this and do this. And they explain it in this way that it's just so scientific and it's so created to a point where you just like, this has to be true. You know what I'm saying? If you don't perform this deed, you will be smited in the face of the Lord. I will smite you, and he will never love you and stuff like that and stuff. You as a kid are afraid right now. You know what I'm saying? Because your spirituality and your religion are coming to a collision, because your spirit is telling you this is not right. Because you as a person, you feel the energy and it's not right. It's bad. But your spirit, but your religion, what he's making your religion into, or what he's preaching to you, is telling you that if you don't suck his dick.
Oh my God! Really?
It's the truth.
It's real.
If you don't suck this man's penis, God will never love you.
That shit crazy.
Nah, I ain't believing all that now.
I'm not saying you got to, but I'm just saying as a child, like that. I mean, that's how these predators be getting these kids, because they're malleable. You know.
That is
so, but it's the same thing for
kids. Hide your kids.
It's the same thing for adults. We get coaxed into doing shit based off of what people tell us too, because we feel like they have more knowledge about the subject.
Exactly.
That's why you have to
I've seen this shit, man.
That's why you got to research.
They had this damn pastor,
right about that,
and he was African. He was an African pastor, and they said his feet don't touch the ground. All of them
I've heard
laid
about
on the
that
ground.
shit. And
All of them laid on the ground, and he stepped on all of them.
I see it. Yep, I've seen it. I've seen
all
it.
the way up to the pulpit. I was like, yo, what
That
the
shit's
fuck is this
crazy,
shit?
dog. Hey, bro, that shit's crazy.
Stepping on their backs, their heads, all of them are laying down there.
Yo, they show him jumping on women's backs.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this
I didn't
shit?
see that.
This shit crazy, man. Oh no.
It's some really good. It's some really good pastors and stuff from Africa in Africa, but it's some crazy shit going on. Like when they say that witch doctor shit, I don't even know if witch doctoring is bad, the original form of it, but this new age witch doctor shit is out of fucking control. Yo, they like I've seen this shit where this African dude, he had these kids drinking gasoline, bro.
Oh hell.
And they was supposed to be catching the Holy Ghost in the church. So it's like thousands of people in this church, and they watching their kids drink. I think they were either snorting gasoline or drinking it. I think they was snorting it.
And
I think they was snorting or drinking it or something
Crazy
like that.
as shit.
And
that's
these
just
kids are just like
the crazy.
they over here convulsing and going crazy and shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The pastors over here holding their head, preaching and stuff. I guess the concept was supposed to be that if you believe in God and you love God, nothing can harm you or something like that.
I mean, that's just like the joints you used to see on BET. They
the
slap
water?
people with the damn, the water or the jacket, and they just falling and shit. Like, yo, come the fuck on, man. You slap me with your damn suit jacket, I'm gonna punch your ass, man. Don't hit me with that
They been
shit.
slapping people on TV with
Yo,
jackets on.
throw the damn jacket, and you just fall on the ground. It was like 10 dudes one time, right?
Oh, for
And
females.
No, this anybody. He slapped the jacket across the crowd of people. They all fell to the ground. All of them. Like,
Who was this?
I don't know, son.
Is this a pastor?
Yeah, this is a pastor.
But that's
Oh,
BET
yeah.
late
Yeah,
night.
dog.
About
I'm
2
like,
o'clock in the
what
morning.
the fuck, man?
And he throwing his jacket and people
He's
diving on
throwing
his
his jacket. People just falling with the Holy Ghost, man.
They
I was
doing,
like,
hey, that's
yo.
what they do for Daddy. Daddy Great, Big Daddy Great, or Daddy Grace. I think that's his name. I don't want to disrespect their religion or they believe. That's what they do for Daddy Grace, though. Get Daddy Grace like the Pope. You can't fuck with Daddy Grace.
Well, where
They
the
be
hell,
on your ass.
Where the hell he get this jacket from? Okay.
Bro,
That's what I want to know.
I hear that it started, and it's crazy because I hear that the actual belief started in like DC or New York or some shit.
Are you serious?
So I don't even think it
Who is
originated
it?
down south.
Who is it?
His name is Daddy Grace.
I'm gonna have to look this.
It's
Daddy
what
Grace.
church is
Is it?
what's the
It
name of the
sounds
church?
crazy.
Oh man, I can't even think of the name of the church. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to disrespect y'all religion. But it's a lot of people in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a lot of other places who believe in this guy. He's supposed to be the person. He's supposed to be the closest person to God in their church, and they call him Daddy. And
Well,
they
I
go
love
to
God.
him.
He
They
dope.
go to him to talk to Christ, and like they say, when he come down here, the street it's like a parade. The
Are you
streets are
serious?
closed off. He wear this all red suit. He got long
Looking like a
hair,
whole Geechee.
looking like a straight pimp.
A whole Geechee.
And he said women be falling. They throw him money when he comes to speak, and they just throw money at him, man.
That's crazy.
I forget what the name of this church.
But that's what they
is.
said he did for was it Billy Graham?
Oh, Billy Graham.
I'll come up with the name of it for the next show.
He
I
said
will
he shut
definitely
the
do
city
that.
down every time he came.
So like, okay, I got a question now here, and we only got a few minutes, but I'm gonna ask this real quick, and we can continue another time. Okay, how do y'all think the Pope is on the back end of this shit? Like outside of the public eye, like you know, he's recognized as like this almighty dude who preaches about God. Like, you know, how do you believe? What kind of person do you believe he is behind the
Like
scenes?
everybody else, I think he eat, shit, sleep, just like everybody else,
But do you?
Normal.
and smoke a lot of
Okay,
weed.
but do you think he be, okay, that's my point. You think he be like smoking
his
fucking
outside
bitches?
living.
You think he be
No.
smoking fucking bitches, getting money
I
and
think
shit
he
like
probably
that?
got a life, but I don't think all that now.
Shit.
He rich.
The man ain't got to do shit for the rest of his life.
All that
Understood, but I
nigga
don't
do was
think he-
ride in his little bullet
And he was picked.
Pope mobile
I,
and
I
shit.
believe he's catered
to be the
to.
pro.
I do believe he's probably.
So do you
catered
think
to.
like when he be catered to, he be like, this shit is not up to my standard, bitch.
No,
I want tar to tar and parsley, not parsley and tar to tar. You imperfect human. You don't think he be like that?
No. Shit. Probably nice.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody. Oh, fuck that.
Hell no.
Let's be real. Like, niggas ain't nice out here. Motherfuckers is mean as shit. You talk the
Not
fucking
everybody
music and he
is
gonna give you the
mean.
blind eye. Ooh. I love that nigga music though. Shout out to my boy.
By the way, I heard he did horrible at Stats.
What?
He came to Stats last week. They had a holiday concert, and my sister went, and she ended up saying he ended up doing singing the Christmas songs that he was singing off of a paper.
Really?
He didn't know the words
Are
to
you
it, and everybody
serious?
started leaving.
Oh wow.
I like music. That's my boy, man. That
Yeah,
nigga
I like
insane.
him too. But
You know what? Nah, I'm gonna put this out there because his ass came to my college a few years ago. Music,
you know you owe. You
college?
mean
Johnson
a
C. Smith
decade ago?
University,
Right, just making sure you was gonna
and he
say
was
that shit.
he was cool.
The Johnson C. Smith University.
I mean, that's already established. But anyway, he was alright. But his damn manager, okay, and I ain't trying to put the man on blast, but it was some bullshit. AKA his mama at the time was being a little asshole. Okay,
Word?
You talking about somebody's mama?
Yeah, his mama was his manager. Okay,
Oh,
she was
okay.
being a little asshole.
What you mean?
Everybody was trying to meet music, and she was being a little ass. Okay,
yeah.
that shit was getting on my motherfucking nerves.
You was trying to meet
So
him. Is that
just
why?
like the Smith way, you know, when we
that's
don't
what
get
it
shit
was.
our
he
way,
was trying. He was trying to
He
meet
was
him.
mad.
He was mad. He was in his feelings.
Fucking music's autograph.
man, not me. I was just chilling, but I ain't like the way shit was going and shit.
He was trying
But
to get
you
that
know,
autograph, Craig.
but you know, when it
I
comes to
get them
Smith,
motherfucking digits.
when niggas
Oh,
get
he ain't answered.
disrespected, you already know how Smith is, man. Niggas get disrespected, we start disrespecting shit. So we started
Where is your
motherfucking
manners?
going in.
It's
Where
Smith.
is your
It's Smith.
manners?
Ain't no manners. We are the
Fuck
manners.
that. Don't
That's the
disrespect us. Don't disrespect
We
us,
set the
baby.
standard out
So
this
we started
motherfucker.
going on her motherfucking ass.
Hood.
Talking about why the fuck is your mama your manager and all this shit and get the fuck on. Don't nobody want your motherfucking ass. We want to talk to your goddamn son. And then people start going on his damn why you always wearing them glasses and
Oh.
shit. Turn around, this nigga
Just
got a
like
motherfucking
That's
Black
probably
folks.
why he wasn't trying to sign y'all
got
niggas' heads and
motherfucking
shit.
spinning
Just
eye and
evil.
shit.
Just
If it was my
evil.
black ass, I'd be the same. I'm like, Ma, go handle that shit. I don't fuck with them niggas like that. I don't fuck with them niggas over there.
Yeah,
Damn
they started
hoodlums.
going on his damn spinning eye, man.
Oh.
That shit was spinning like a
Hoodlums.
Hey,
motherfucking
son.
pool ball and shit.
I know y'all Bama ass niggas wasn't going on my man music.
Man.
Oh, that's fucked
You
up.
know how it is, dog. When we ain't get our way, what we do? We fuck shit
Throw
up.
tantrums and
Hoodlums.
shit.
Yeah, we
Just like a
hell yeah.
Just like
What
some
did we
niggas.
do when it came to football?
like 'em.
We lost the games, but we won the fights.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, we did.
because y'all ain't got
But,
no home training.
But this is Dirty Mouth Radio, y'all.
Yeah, this is it, man. This is a quick one for today, man. We
was.
got a little skeleton crew today, but you know, it's always been a good one.
Oh yeah, we out this.
Like I said, this
Shit
your
good.
boy, Comedic Energy.
Sade.
Kraynupe, baby.
And just like that, we out. Peace.